Hey everybody, it's Janet and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a really cute, clean and simple card for you for Valentine's Day, and I'm participating in a Clean and Simple Valentine Day card hop sponsored by Miranda Mathis at Craft Collabs on Facebook. So thanks Miranda for setting this up. It's really great to work with you. Here's some close-ups of the card I'm going to make for you today. It's really simple because there's only a few pops of color, and those colors are provided by washi tape and a little bit of Copic coloring. Otherwise, it is completely black and white. I should mention there is an opportunity to win a $25 gift card, which is being generously donated by Gale Thompson with the Darby Creek Diaries. I'll tell you a little more about that later, as well as how to get into that drawing. This is the stamp set I'm going to use for the card. It came from Hero Arts, and it's from a My Monthly Hero March 2019 card kit called Flower Shop. I've got some pieces of cardstock ready to be stamped, and I'm going to put another piece down, and I wanted to show you how I avoid using magnets in my MISTI. This is a product called Sizzix Sticky Grid Sheets. It holds your cardstock so that you don't need those magnets, and I really love that. This isn't my idea. I got it from Hedgehog Hollow, and I've been using it for some time. I'll have a link for these if you'd like to learn a little more about them. So I'm just setting up all the different stamps that I'm going to use here, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to just tell you a little more about Gale Thompson. Gale is the owner of the Darby Creek Diaries. She has sponsored the $25 gift card giveaway, and I'll have a link to her channel in my video description. I do hope you go check her work out. She has great tips and ideas and projects, and I know you're going to love it. And also, we just want to give her some love for sponsoring this hop. So again, do hope you'll go check her out. All right, so I've used VersaFine ink. This is one of my favorite inks. It's Onyx Black is the color, and it works with Copic coloring, although I'm not going to do very much Copic coloring in this card. Now here are all my images, and I wanted to show you a trick for cutting out the images using matching dies. I always have trouble with this, so I found this little hint somewhere. I don't even remember where anymore. But if you cut it out with a contrasting colored cardstock, you can use it as kind of a template for where you're going to put your actual die. It leaves an opening, and you can wiggle that die around, and you're going to kind of feel it drop into the holes for the image. And then you can just put it through your machine. In this case, I'm using a Bira Sunlit mini die cutting machine. This is great because it has a full 3-inch opening for it. Again, I'll put another link so you can check that out if you like. I have a video with a review of it if you want to see that. But there's my bicycle, and you can see it's cut really nicely with nice even edges around it. I'll show that to you one more time. This is the balloon hearts, and again I'm going to put down some washi tape to secure the 2 layers. Then just slip in that die, and then I can put my plate on the top and run that through my Bira Sunlit machine. And what I'll end up with is a very nice die cut, perfectly spaced. So if you haven't tried that trick, I'd recommend it. Now I'm going to use some Copic markers to color the balloons, which is the only thing I'm using for color Copic. It's R39, R37, R35, and R32. And I do apply this twice because it desaturates a bit, and it just looks a bit better if you do it twice. I used a little bit of colorless blender too to let it fade out a bit more. Now for the pink balloon, it's E04, RV34, RV32, and RV11, just going from the outer edges in and doing that again twice. And then finally I'll use a little bit of white jelly roll pen just to make the whites a little bit brighter and more pronounced. And that's all it took to make those balloons. And now I'm going to be bringing in the color in the most easy way possible. This is a piece of wide washi tape from Eyelet Outlet. It is called Grass Washi Tape. Many of the wider washi tapes have an adhesive backing that you just peel off, and that makes it sticky so that you can apply it like normal washi tape. So I've done that here, tried to get it as straight as possible, and then just fold over the edges so that you have a nice clean and flush edge. Next I'm going to apply this gorgeous 2-inch washi tape. Same thing, you peel it apart It's from Eyelet Outlet, and this one's called Wide Sky Washi, so really easy names. And just apply that to the top of the other washi, just so that the two washis meet flush together. And then same process, just folding that over and securing it on the back will make sure that the edges look good. And you can't get simpler than that. It's really hard to mess that up also. So there you go, we've got a beautiful background. Now I'm going to just apply the bicycle that I cut out a minute ago. And I'm going to put it to the far left, pretty much as far left as I can. And then I'm going to snip off that bike stand because this is a bike that's going to be moving, not leaning against anything or sitting stationary. I've got some flowers that I'm applying here with a little bit of foam tape to lift them up, and also a crate, same thing on the back of that bike. And then inside of that I've got this cute little bird cage with a little bird in it. I'm going to set it at an angle inside of the crate so it looks like it's just kind of leaning over in there. And then it's time to put the balloons on. I've got double-sided tape where the balloon pieces are, and I'm just going to glue it straight down on the card with liquid glue where the strings are, and it gives a nice 3D look for the whole thing. So you can see you're starting to get a really nice card with the pops of color that I mentioned before. And now I'm going to just stamp on the sentiment, I love you, which is part of that card kit stamp set as well. And now that it's all done, I'm just going to take some ATG tape and apply some adhesive on the back of this, and then I'm going to put it on an A2 sized card base in white. There still is some contrast here because the white paper has a wood grain texture to it, so it does stand out a little bit from the plain white card. I did end up with a little wrinkle here at the top, so I pulled that off and reapplied it, pressing down to get rid of that. Next, I'm going to make an insert for the card. It's just slightly smaller than an A2 size card when folded, and it will say Happy Valentine's Day inside. And this is attached with ATG glue just on the left side, not the right. This is how you find cards when you buy them, and they just give you a more finished and professional feel than when you just stamp inside on the cardstock. So this will finish up my card for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please check out the video description to learn how to qualify to win the $25 gift card from Gale Thompson and the Darby Creek Diaries. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate it so much that you spend some time with me. Before you go, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and there's a couple more videos that you may like. I've also included the one that shows you the Bira Sunlit mini die cutter, and you might enjoy seeing that review. Thank you so much. Bye.